Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here. We're now on episode 10 of TC's Top 10, and this week in college football, it's one of the greatest weeks in all of college football. It is championship weekend, conference championship weekend. So let's get started. We'll dive right into it. We got Fresno State versus Boise State for the Mountain West Conference Championship. I've got Boise State winning that game. Haven't done much analysis on that game, but that's just my prediction. Boise State's always been typically pretty good, and they win their conference a lot, so I think Boise State will get it done. ACC Championship. Clemson versus North Carolina. Actually, hold on. Let me get something real quick. So sorry. Back to the video. We got Clemson versus North Carolina for the ACC Championship game. So I'm going to tell you what. I could give you a bunch of analysis, which I guess I can just leave with. Clemson has been up and down all season long. They just lost to their in-state rival in South Carolina, and then so they've got 2 losses this year, which means they are dead in the college football playoff picture. Like there's no chance for them. And then North Carolina's coming off of 2 straight losses and 3 on the season after, at one point in time an 8-1 start, which is disappointing, but we can salvage the season by doing what most people think is unthinkable. I'm picking the Tar Heels to win the ACC. Go Heels! Okay, next. The Big Ten championship game is Purdue versus Michigan. Let's cut right to the chase. It's Michigan. They're clearly one of the best teams in the country. They just obliterated Ohio State last weekend and murdered them in the fourth quarter, might I add. So Michigan's going to win. It's not even going to be close. Now we got the SEC championship game. LSU, who has already suffered their 3rd loss of the season, so they're dead in terms of the college football playoff conversation, versus the number 1 team in the country, Georgia. Again, I can give you a bunch of analysis, but go Dogs! Next, we've got University of Central Florida taking on Tulane for the championship in the American Athletic Conference. I think they actually just played each other last weekend, if not like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Tulane won that game, so I'm going to pick Tulane to win again. Pac-12 championship game is on Friday night. USC taking on Utah. And this is USC's only loss that they suffered this year was earlier in the season against Utah. I think they avenged that victory. Give me the Trojans of USC to win the Pac-12 and make the college football playoff. And then now, College Game Day is going to be at the Big 12 championship game, which is TCU taking on Kansas State. I got TCU winning. They've been on a roll. They're looking good. I got TCU. Now to the NFL slate. I got Titans at Eagles. I think the Eagles prove that they are legitimate by beating the Packers. And they beat a couple other teams on their schedule. I mean, they're just playing their schedules. So I'm going to take the Eagles at home to beat the Titans. Next, we've got the Dolphins traveling out west to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Most people are probably going to pick the 49ers to win, but I'm not in that boat. I've got the Dolphins winning that game. And now, one of the big matchups this weekend is a rematch of the AFC Championship game. Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. My beloved Kansas City Chiefs. And in fact, the last 2 times we have played the Bengals, we've lost to them. And so, with the Bengals being at home, they're probably going to be favored to win. The Chiefs are the 1 seed in the AFC right now. I'm going to let my heart make the prediction on this one. Go Chiefs! So there you have it, guys. There's my 10 predictions this week. And actually, even though it was a haphazardly thrown together video last week, I managed to go 7-3. I mean, how about that? My best record this season, and it was just like thrown together at the last minute. So we're gonna look on building off of that 7-3 performance last week. I'd love to go 10-0, but it's probably not going to happen. So let's make the new goal 8-2 for this week and see where it goes. So there you have it. And I'm going to put a spoiler alert out there. This will be the last, probably the last top 10 prediction video that I make, depending on kind of how I feel about doing it during bowl season. I'll leave the door open to possibly do more, but this for sure, is definitely the last one I'm doing, but there's a possibility of more, so. And we'll see. Yeah, so the goal is at least 8-2, and we'll see where it goes. So, hopefully you all had a great Thanksgiving and did a lot of shopping and didn't get hit with fraud. I didn't, but I know a lot of people that did. But hopefully you guys have a great week, and let's enjoy some championship football.